out of this summit, what I think that we need to do is recognize the fact that there are folks on the ground doing incredible work, entrenched in the work, having relationships and building connections with people who are most affected by the lack of opportunities in their community, and amplify their voices so that we can really respond to the needs that are coming out directly from the folks who are affected by the issues the most.
We were all brought here together from across the nation. I think for us the opportunity is collaborating, finding one another outside of the organization to have conversations about what we're doing on a grassroots level and support each other in our work so that we can continue to do the work that we are doing and improve situations for the people who I have not seen being given a voice.
One of the best opportunities is to connect leaders to coalition members and organizations around their communities. It's still been pretty disconnected, finding that at a local level and then allowing those conversations to lead to natural solutions. One of the things that I'd like to see, especially in New York, is people from the leaders' side and the communities, like the nonprofits, talking about the resources that they need, and then maybe we can organize with the private sector together and see how the private sector might be at the table and help create those resources and be at the table for some of those solutions.
We need to get back on the internet. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. You get everything. We need to get back on the internet.
Baltimore City, we are taking back our central public space, the Inner Harbor. Youth in Baltimore City are staking a claim to their city by creating positive outlets for youth in the space there. We want to create a national movement of youth leaders that are staking their claim on public space. All over the country, young people are taking back public space. In Chicago, they're in Millennium Park. In New Orleans, they're in the French Quarter, disrupting businesses and saying, don't exclude us from society, we matter. If you're a youth in any city across the country, you can do the same thing. Don't let people say that you being in a space is unintentional. Say that it is intentional, you are there and you're making a claim to our society.
I'm actually on the board of a nonprofit organization. It's a family organization and we are building houses for homeless teens in Maryland because there aren't many houses for them in Maryland, and we're going to provide school, transportation, mentoring for jobs and to help get them back on their feet, because they don't really have the idols or the mentors that others have. So that's what we're trying to help the community.
And also, I think that the leaders that are trying to connect to the youth, they should, it's kind of hard trying to connect to the youth because you don't know where they're at. So I feel like you should try to have youth connect to you and then give back to you, because that's a more effective way.
So coming back into my community after this summit, I am committed to continuing to amplify and lift up those young people in New Mexico who have been marginalized by systems of oppression, to give them voice, to ensure that policies that are created are more receptive and create more opportunity for the young people in New Mexico.
You know, increasing opportunity is a huge challenge with a bunch of different parts of it. I work on one small but important piece around improving and increasing voter engagement across the country. And you know, one challenge that is really inherent in the work is that parties and political campaigns can only sort of marginally increase turnout rather than transform the electorate to reflect the country. So we really need to work with the institutions in which young voters live their lives, our colleges and universities, our high schools, our employers. We need to work with those institutions to embed systematic voter engagement in you know, the day in and day out life of young people across the country. So I'm gonna be working on that, and you know, if any folks out there are leading you know, institutions with that kind of access and power, I'd love to work with you.
Put together this video asking some of the leaders that attended the summit, what are some things that leaders can do to support the work on the ground, what are some things that they're going to be doing coming off the momentum of the summit. And so one of the things that I'm interested in doing is seeing how Women Revamped can really go in and assist other leaders in increasing opportunity for women and girls in organizing plans of action, so we can really target some of those economic pieces that affect the outcomes of young people in communities, and help parents really figure out how they can better plan, but then also help leaders think through ways that they can be effective facilitators in their communities. And certainly we're more than happy to lend any resources and expertise that we host in our organization to those throughout the country, because we're all in this together and we got this.